Well, good morning, everybody. This is Dr. Tom Schlueter with today's Tom's Take. Everything has shifted. Everything has changed. I'm going to strongly encourage you, if you haven't already, please go to my YouTube channel, which you are watching right now. You can go under playlist. You can go to TXAPN and search for the replays from this last weekend, Birthing the Nation. There's no way that I, in just a few minutes here, can summarize what took place except to say, shift has taken place. My favorite phrase is, shift happens. And it did. It was a tremendous gathering of many states, of Texans, as the Lord delivered to us a mantle for a new era that we are entering into, a new season. I would also encourage you strongly to go to Glory of Zion Ministries and watch the replay from Chuck's message yesterday morning, which would have been Sunday, February 23rd, for he speaks on this very thing as well, how the season has changed and shift has taken place. We are in that place right now. Now, I'm going to have kind of a hard time this morning because the Lord has given me some personal words from that meeting, but I believe the words are for all of us as well. But my good friend Jackie Tyre was one of our speakers. She's from Georgia. And in the last session, she spoke something over me, and I believe over all of us, that is very apropos. And that is, you need to enter a season where God can detox you. You need to pause, and you need to allow the Lord to remove things in you that are still clinging from the past systems and the past era. In other words, I can't look at my ministry anymore personally as Texas Apostolic Prayer Network. That network has been a birthing agent for what the Lord is now going to release to a national and even a global awareness and ministry. Now, don't ask me what that is yet, because I don't know. All I know is I have said yes. I am submitting to that call. I am receiving the mantle that was planted on myself and on my wife, Kay, but not just upon me, but upon Texas and upon the states that were gathered with us. But I'm going to take that word seriously. Detox and pause. I've actually told the members of my leadership council, that I'm not going to be on the Signal thread and other threads for a season. I'm not going to comment unless it's just absolutely necessary to give some detail, because I need to pause and detox. We have a morning call every morning we've been doing for almost 12 years now. And the Lord said, no, I don't want you on the call. I want you to pause. I want you to listen to me. I want you to spend time with me. I want you to come into my presence. I want you to know that we've got something that is going to dramatically change where this nation and the nations are going in this hour. And I need you, Tom, to be with me and let me bring forth my revelation. But again, I say to you, I believe that's a call to all of us. Very interesting word that Jackie also shared is that there are many times prophetic words that have been given to us that have kind of founded and solidified and expressed and defined who we are and what we are to be about. And there were words that were given to Texas 21 plus years ago. And I really felt like the Lord said, they're done. You have reached that point of birthing a nation. Now close that chapter. Jackie actually said that many times there are prophetic words. This doesn't go for everything, but there are prophetic words that you need to ask the Lord, was there an expiration date on this word? Make sure you examine that carefully with the Lord's help. She was using the example, and I could give that example too, of stuff that we might have in our pantry, and we go ahead and use it, gonna cook with it, and then we were wondering what in the world happened with the taste of my favorite dish, and we realized as we checked things out that the expiration date on something critical was passed years ago. It's time for us to check with God, where do you have us right now? What are you doing with us right now? That's where I am, and I would ask for your prayers regarding this. I want to close with this thought and then a couple of other things I want to share with you. But this morning, my wife Kay was reading her Bible readings, and she said, Tom, I think you want to look at this passage that I just read. She's on a different pattern than I am as far as the plan, different passages of Scripture. So she said, you need to go to Deuteronomy 33, verse 20. And I said, okay. And so I went there, and I kind of laughed and chuckled. Now, I've told you, I think, but you may not remember this, but years ago, I was at Glory of Zion. We were doing offerings, and Chuck had placed out on near the offering buckets pictures of the 12 tribes and the definition, what they stand for, and they were all upside down. And the Lord said to Chuck, tell the people to come up and grab one of those, but don't turn it over, don't look at it. You're not trying to find the tribe you want to be. You're going to pick up, it's all been scrambled. Just come up here and pick up the one that is yours, because that is going to be the tribe designation that the Lord is giving you in this season. I remember turning to a friend and said, well, I know I want Judah or Issachar, but I've got a feeling I'm going to get something like Gad or Manasseh. Well, I went up there and I picked up two of them. I knew one, my left hand was mine, the right hand was Kay's, because she wasn't in the room at that moment. So I said, these are our two. And I went back to the chair, turned them over. God has such a sense of humor. Mine was Gad, and Kay's was Manasseh. But as I laughed about it and then started reading it, all of a sudden my laughter turned to laughter, because I realized it pinpointed me. It nailed me down, because it said Gad is one that gathers the troops. There's the gathering of the troops for the army, and that's exactly what God has done with my life. So let me go to Deuteronomy 33:20. About Gad, he said, blessed is he who enlarges Gad's domain. Gad lives there like a lion, tearing at arm or head. He chose the best land for himself. The leader's portion was kept for him. When the heads of the people assembled, he carried out the Lord's righteous will and his judgments concerning Israel. The Lord has placed a mantle on me and upon our state that we will have the leader's portion here. That can be a little bit overwhelming, but I fully grab a hold of it, because that is who God has created me to be, and you need to ask what he has created you to be in this process as well. Shift has taken place, y'all. Now, another announcement as I close. Because I'm in this place of detoxifying and pausing with the Lord, I'm not going to do any more Tom's Takes this week. I'm going to pray about the Lord. I pray about this with the Lord, and I just want to seek from him what messages I need to be releasing in the weeks to come, because this is going to be a significant time of realigning everything. And so I don't want to just show up and then speak something over you without having pondering carefully what the Lord wants. So this will be my only Tom's Take of this week. So hang on, keep on looking. You'll see it come up. If it comes up, I'll be posting them, but it just won't be for the rest of this week. All right, y'all. God's blessings. I really would appreciate your prayers because we are in a new place and God is going to unfold mighty things through what He is doing in this hour and in this era. So God's blessings to all of you today. Just be with the Lord in every possible way you can be and seek His face about how all of us are going to move together in this place that has now shifted. Blessings to all of you.